wallet. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower and I'm Judy. Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet. No big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck.
You can hear me now.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. The Packers coming in at 2-3, going up against the Bears, who come in at 3-3. With that, we send you up to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis have the call. Gentlemen.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
On the return, this is Micah Hyde. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
So pinpoint, so accurate. Sometimes we forget just how good he is. We start to take him for granted because he always places the ball exactly where it needs to be for his receivers.
And right away, whistles and a flag down. And I believe we'll start the night with a 1st and 15.
Offense. Still first down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Finding time. And his first pass is incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. That'll bring up 2nd down. And for this offense, the Auburn fans saying roll tide.
Now that's big right there because for them to say that, wow, that tells you how good a talent he really is. When he gets rumbling, the field tilts in his favor.
Maybe I overstepped my bounds there a bit, but he's good.
Brandon, you never want to get in the middle of Alabama versus Auburn.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's got time. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. It's an 8-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Complete to Janis. And a gain there of 11 yards. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He completes it to Jordan Nelson. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run for the first time with Lacy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
319!
They run it again with Lacy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Partner, the one concern I had about Eddie Lacy coming out of Alabama was weight. And it became a concern for Green Bay in 2015.
Yeah, he was up over 260 pounds. Disappointing 2015. He looks a lot better, doesn't he?
A lot better. And when he's lean, oh, boy, is he a heck of a runner.
Wide open receiver complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. Rodgers now to throw. Touchdown, Packers! Richard Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. That was a case of practice making perfect. Goal line offense had been their focus while prepping for this one.
Almost as if you go back to training camp, isn't it? You strip it bare, you figure out what you need to make something work on it all week long, and get it done. That's got to feel great for them.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback coming off another 3,000-yard season. It's the 11-year man, Jay Cutler.
And if you ever want to get into a throwing contest, having Jay Cutler as your guy is a pretty good deal. This arm is absolutely amazing and astounding. He can zip it through anywhere and put it on anyone. The thing he wants now, though, is to win more games and win in the playoffs.
They'll run for the first time with Jeremy Langford. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And we get a peek at the offense and a peek at Alshon Jeffrey.
An absolute matchup nightmare for any defensive back. Size, speed, terrific hands.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They keep it on the ground with Langford. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A good-looking run there by Jeremy Langford.
And what I've always liked about him has been not just his versatility, but his perseverance. I think he's one of those backs that gets better as the game goes on and he gets increased carries. Does have some good toughness running inside. I remember when he was at Michigan State, at one point I did a game of his. He was listed as third-team left corner, but cornerback, receiver, and running back for the Spartans.
Won a couple of Big Ten titles there as well. So Langford the carry there, 4th-round pick last year with Forte vacating to New York. A lot of the spotlight on Langford.
A lot of running backs have possibilities in Chicago. If he can emerge and eat up carries, I think he'll produce in a big way.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
On 2nd down, Langford. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll try to run for the first with Langford. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
We focus our attention on the Bears defense now. And it's the first quarter, but they gave up the score last time. How important is it here not to fall 2 scores behind?
Extremely important, because not only are you trying to avoid being in a big deficit to start this game off, you also want to get into a pattern where that offense has the advantage. You've got to find a way to turn things around. This is the series to begin that.
Yeah, we'll see if they can keep them off the scoreboard here for a second time.
Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Following the penalty now, Lacey. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Kyle Fuller is one of those new breed, complete defensive backs. Eager to tackle, but a better cover man.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They go play action for Lacey. Now, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Willie Young from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They come out here in the eye. Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Third and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime. On third and long, it's Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Four-year man Spencer Lanning on to kick this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Another carry now for Rodgers. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's a close game here early on. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Cutler now to throw on third down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
On 2nd down, here's Cutler. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty Safety.
Yep. Wiley.
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
On third down, Cutler. It's caught. Eddie Royal. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a pass from tough coverage.
They come up in an offset eye. Now Rodgers. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Another reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it here. This is Rodgers. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's an all-pro.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Cutler. Hard throw, incomplete. Marquise Wilson, the one he was trying to get it to. And now it's fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Right. 4 down. 319.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jeff Janis, the one he was looking for. And now it's third down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. 319.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time, and that'll bring up second down. On second down, Lacey. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They'll come out in the pistol. From midfield, here's Rodgers. It's caught. Nelson. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the Pack on third. 49 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And here we go on first and goal. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Eddie Lacy, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10, and in this case, they did it really successfully. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
The handoff, Jeremy Langford. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things. Again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Escaping the pressure right. He hits White, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Tenth carry now for Jeremy Langford. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jeremy Langford, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the 2nd half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the 2nd half, if they can just tighten.
It's what they want to do. Tighten down everything they're doing, and it maybe explode at the right time.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Rodgers now on 1st down. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going.
319.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. One back is Lacy.
319. 319. He's going to sit right over the middle.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
On first down, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Packers are happy to be sitting in the locker room with a lead. The Bears won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Packers have it at the 2. Rodgers got the catch over the middle, and he capped off the 9-play drive with a TD. Packers is now on top. Here they've got it at midfield. Here the pass goes to the sidelines, and that connection will lead to a gain of 49 yards. Later on the drive, Lacey's going to shift out to the right side, and this run goes for a touchdown. Packers up by 2 touchdowns. Bears take it at the 6. Langford's going to look for a gap, and he'd go in for the 6-yard touchdown, cutting the deficit to 7. Packers now they have it at the 45. Rodgers' completion is made out of the gun, and he'll end up at the 30-yard line before being tackled. With that, we'll wrap up our halftime report and head back out now to Lambeau Field for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers defense, they ready themselves here. They had a pretty solid first half. Not many adjustments, but I guess there's probably always some adjustments that can be made.
Usually it's just tightened down on the things we've worked on all week in practice. Everyone thinks adjustments are bringing in something absolutely new. For the most part, it's tweaks or just emphasizing what you've worked on already. And that's what they're planning to do here in the second half.
They won't be looking to reinvent the wheel. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They stay on the ground with Carey. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing it.
Nowhere to escape. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block it.
To throw, Cutler. Royal making the catch over the middle. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Throwing here, Cutler. He completes it right side to White. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Cutler. He hits White, complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Cutler to Langford on the draw. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Cutler. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
On 2nd down, Cutler. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down. Here's Cutler. And this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
319.
Rodgers with a give. It's Lacy. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
That's a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Second down, just 1 yard to go. They come out here in the I. On second down, here's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
They're playing exotic coverage.
To throw is Rodgers. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Had a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Back to the ground. This time Langford. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wondered if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. On 3rd down, Cutler looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. One receiver left, 3 to the right.
Over here.
Off the play fake to Lacy. Here's Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, his second touchdown on the season. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Blake Martinez. And he's going to get that, and he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll try to get the offense going with Lacy. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Again, it's Lacy. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Complete to Janis. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Eddie Lacy with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. To return, this is Mark Mariani. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And back out onto the field comes the Packers defense. And the interception the last time, their third takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
Langford again.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And on 2nd and 10 now. After the penalty, it's Langford. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Now Cutler, they're able to locate Wilson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd and 10 now. It's Cutler. He completes it right side to White. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing now. Cutler on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 10. It's Cutler again. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And quickly they get to the line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Cutler will throw. Eddie Royal is intended target. And it's 4th down.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. One receiver right, that's Jeffrey. Here we go. It's Cutler on 4th down. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll throw on 1st down with Cutler. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
3 down, 3 down. All right, here we go.
The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Hoyer. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And what a grab. That's one, Charles, that kind of leaves you and I speechless up here in the booth.
We used to think we'd see these types of catches once a season. Now I feel like we're seeing them once a game.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Langford. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some comp.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They begin the drive with Lacey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So this is the second consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Spencer Lanning now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Oh, it's a wobbler here. That's taken on the 25. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can...
Coach, right now, he always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Chicago! Jacquizz Rodgers, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacy. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Rodgers to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. We focus our attention on the Green Bay defense as they head out. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger-pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Hoyer. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Hoyer. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They come up in an offset eye. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The busy night continues for Lacy. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They come out here in the I. Now Rodgers will handle Lacy. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.